Welcome, everybody, to podcast number 6. We're here with the Stonington High School administration, Miss Daw and Mr. McDonald.
Hello.
So, let's go. First question. What is your favorite thing to do outside of school?
Travel. Cook. Be with my girls.
Nice.
Currently for me, I think it's spending time with my boys. The current hobby, I guess, my favorite thing to do is play golf. But that's kind of over right now. It's kind of in the off season now with the weather, but typically golf.
All right.
Sweet. How and why did you get into teaching? And then also, how did you get into your administrative
Thank you.
Position.
Do you want me to go first?
You go ahead.
I got into teaching because I had a couple of teachers that made a lasting impression in my life, especially in elementary and high school. So that's where my calling was. And then I spent probably 14 years in the classroom, and I wanted to do bigger and better things. So I decided to go into administration. So pretty simple.
With me, like I said, I think growing up, I always loved school. You know, it was something I was always kind of good at. So like, I got good grades, and I loved being there, and I had great teachers. So it was just something I always wanted to pursue, just based on the great experiences I always had growing up. And then always, sports is always an interest of mine. So that's why I got into phys ed and exercise science and stuff, and had a great career with that. Coaching, prior to the last few years, I coached here at Stonington, for 13, 14 years, basketball and boys tennis. So, and I do miss that quite a bit, but maybe someday I'll get back into that. But, it was just a logical progression, and like I said, having Dr. Murphy and Mr. Freeze, they always kind of pushed me toward the administrative route. They thought I had some ability in that realm, and they kind of pushed me that way, and I found interest in it, and I like it. So that's
but then what tipped the ball in was when I came, and you were like, "Oh,
I got to work.
I got to go into administration." Alicia's here.
Yeah. Absolutely. We have a great team, so I can't. Yeah.
So when you're going into administration, is it like a job opens and you apply, and then you get interviewed and you get it or you don't?
Pretty much.
Yes.
It's more.
Same thing.
It's more school. Like I said, in Connecticut, obviously you have to have your bachelor's degree to get your initial job. Connecticut, you have to get your master's within 10 years. But then to become an administrator, you have to go back to school and get what's called a 6th-year degree, which is basically like another master's. It's like another 30-some credits, but it's called a 6th-year professional degree. And it's almost like kind of halfway to a PhD. We could pursue that if we wanted to keep going, but usually, if this is what you want to do, this is where you kind of stop for the moment. So.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you complement each other? You come from different backgrounds, and you're a great team. So, what do you each bring to the table to make such a good team?
I don't know. I think with Mrs. Daw, I think I'm a sounding board for her. I think I calm her down sometimes. Sort of the yin to her yang, if you will.
Yes.
And I think in that, and I lean on Miss Daw for quite a bit of advice, just because she's been doing it a lot longer than I have. Miss Daw, you guys know she's very personable, a very good people person. So sometimes when I have to deal with people, I ask her how she would approach things, and so I've learned a lot from her, and I appreciate everything she's taught me over the past few years. So it's just kind of one of those things where you have a good working relationship, and you take from one another, and I think it's been great, even with Mr. Bousquet as well.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from Tom too, even in the short time he's been here, and Miss Crowley before him, and Mr. Freeze and Mr. Curlin before them. So it's been good. We've had a lot of good leadership here at the high school, and I've taken a lot from they've been all wonderful people, so I've been taking a lot from everybody.
And fortunately for me, Mr. McDonald comes with a wealth of experience, obviously at the secondary level. So when I came here, obviously I learned a lot from Mr. Freeze, but I do lean on Mr. McDonald a lot when I need advice on certain things, especially students and things like that. So he brings another layer for me. We do have similar personalities. We are both very personable. We like to be out there. We don't like to be in our office. But we do bounce a lot off of one another. We have a door that separates our offices, but it's always open. And I yell a lot.
Yeah, we yell across
I
the
yell
way.
a lot. And I will often scream at him like, "Hey!" But we get along very well, I think. But the three of us, Tom, Mr. Bousquet included, we work very well together. And we each bring different perspectives and different lenses to the table.
Nice.
So kind of going off, it sounds like a big job. Like when you hear it, principal, vice principal, it sounds like a big job. But what are some of the day-to-day things that when you hear it and it's like smaller, like you don't really expect like the principal or the vice principal to be doing like these things?
Oof. Managerial things. We have a lot of emails, a lot of financials, things we need to accomplish during the day. I mean, at the end of the day, the big picture is you, right? We're here for the kids. But there's a lot more that goes into the job than you. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of reporting. There's a lot of accountabilities to the State Department. So there's a lot of minutia that sometimes gets in the way of the big picture, but we all have to realize that we're here for the kids. And I say all the time, the best part of my day, and everybody laughs, is when the bell rings at 7:30. I leave my office probably like around 8 o'clock, and I do my little rounds. That's absolutely the best part of my day because I get to see the kids, I get to see the staff, I have a little bit of fun. It's in a non-evaluating circumstance. It's just for me to be out there and see everybody. That's absolutely the best part of the day because at the end of the day, it's emails, paperwork, and things like that.
Yeah, and I think for me, like I said, starting a teacher and teaching for so long, and now doing this, like I always do miss like the camaraderie and speaking to kids and stuff. So I try to get into the lunchroom as much as I can, just to bounce around tables and talk to kids I know, and just to have connection and contact with everybody, because I think that's an important part of creating a positive culture and climate here at Stonington, is making sure you have those connections with the kids, asking them how their day's going, asking them how things are going, what do you see in the school, what's happening. So kind of along the same lines is just making sure you have those connections with the kids. So I try to get into the lunchroom as much as I can, try to get out in the hallways as much as I can. You always see me at games. I still have a great interest in athletics here at Stonington, even though I don't do the athletic directing and the coaching anymore. But, it's still a big part of me is seeing the Bears in action, and no matter what the sport. And it's funny now because now my son is playing sports, over at Westerly, and now having games where, and people were asking me last night. We went to the Rotary dinner last night for the Turkey Day game, and even a lot of the Westerly people, they were asking me last night, where's your allegiances now? Where's your allegiances now? And I got to tell you, it's tough being from Westerly and working over here. And Mr. Marone and Mr. Gwaltney probably feel the same way. And Mr. Gwaltney's father spoke last night. You saw that, and even he said, he's like, my son loves all the people over at Stonington and all the kids. So. When you see your son and his friends starting to play against you guys, it's like, who do I cheer for, Right. Because, it's a family here, and you take a lot of pride in Stonington and where you work, and, you still have those allegiances to Wesley. So it makes it a lot of fun. So I enjoy that,
and that's
too.
the point. Life is hard. Work is hard.
Yeah.
So you have to have fun. You have to love what you do. You have to love to come to work and enjoy what you do, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But we're here.
You got to find the balance, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to find a balance, and you got to still continue to try to do the things you enjoy.
Yep.
What made, like you said, what made you come to the job? That's what you have to continue to do.
Yeah.
And it balances everything out, the hard days with the good days. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So moving on. Now, obviously, the job, it comes with behavioral issues and having to deal with people.
No. Every kid's great.
Right? Yeah. But what are some of the key things when talking with students or disciplining students or having to talk with parents? Like, what are some key things that you go through?
I think at the end of the day, every single person, whether it's a student, an adult, a parent, a colleague, no matter what, at the end of the day, everybody wants to feel as though they are heard and that they have a voice and that they're valued, no matter what. So when you're working with parents and students and staff, you really need to drill down in regards to what the issue is, where they're coming from, how they're feeling, and just take all of your opinions out of the equation and listen. Because at the end of the day, we all want to feel heard and valued, no matter what somebody is going through. So that's one of the things I try to keep in mind day in and day out. But overall, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing this podcast, we were talking about this last night or yesterday, I can't remember. We have great kids. We really do. We have an amazing staff. Knock on wood, we really don't have a lot of problems. It's an incredible community, and we are very, very, very lucky, and we say that all the time.
Yeah, and I agree. Like I was telling Mr. Howard last night, who was at that Rotary dinner. I was saying, like, I've been having it's been a great year. It's been a great year, and like I said, we have great kids. So it makes, knock on wood. Said it makes the job enjoyable, and it makes the job easier when everyone's willing to listen and understand and do the things they need to do to make everything positive. And you have those moments where you have negativity and people blow up or kids blow up, meaning like they get angry and they want answers and things like that. But I think you just have to explain things, make sure you're clear and concise with your communication, and especially with kids, you give them choice. You say, hey, I understand, but you have this choice and this choice. Make a positive choice, make an informed choice. Otherwise, there's consequences. You know what I mean? So, I think making kids see perspective and empathy and putting them in the shoes of the adults that are, overseeing them and understanding where they're coming from. I think that's a big part of making kids understand their own behavior and how their behavior can affect others or affect the classroom, and making them kind of understand that and learn from their mistakes and move forward. So that's a big part of it too.
Oh, that's fun. All right. That was good. Thank you. So now let's lighten it. Let's go to some would you rather questions.
Fabulous.
All right.
Let's go.
Rather?
First one, would you rather text or call?
Text.
Call. I'm a call guy.
See, I'm also a call because I feel like I can communicate. I can get more done over a call.
It's quicker.
Rather than
I feel like it's easier too because you can hear like tone of voice. Like
Yeah.
through a text, you can't really see like how that person's saying what they say.
I think it depends too who the recipient is.
Yeah. You do a lot of voice to text. I hate typing
do.
on my phone because I make mistakes constantly and have to go back and correct them. So I'd rather just be like, come here, like let me talk to you. You know. So I'm definitely a call guy.
Pancakes or waffles in the morning?
Waffle.
I have to say I prefer waffles, but I make a lot of pancakes because it's quicker.
I'm more of a waffle, just better.
With Nutella,
Ooh, yeah.
whipped cream, a lot of syrup, a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Game on.
And what is your favorite breakfast?
Oh. I'm on a kick right now with scrambled eggs and sautéed spinach and garlic. I've been having that make that a lot on the weekends.
Nice.
That's my jam right now.
I'd have to say, I don't know if it counts as breakfast, but my favorite breakfast item is the Boston cream donut. That's my absolute
That
favorite.
definitely
That's
counts.
good.
If I had to say what is my favorite overall breakfast, if I had to go out and go get a breakfast, because she knows I'm a big food guy. So
We both are.
I like if you go to any of the restaurants in Wesley, like the Pantry or Kelly's Deli, somebody will have a soupy omelet, and that's one of my favorite things, soupy and eggs. So
Nice.
I kind of grew up on that. So and I always try to grab a soupy omelet whenever I go to a restaurant in Westerly.
Or chocolate glazed from Allie's.
Yeah, Allie's Donuts is the best.
I can get into that. Okay. Next.
Allie's in Rhode Island, yeah.
All right. Would you rather vacation at the same place or visit a different random vacation destination every year? So you're either going to the same spot every year, or it's a random place that you go to.
But you don't know and you don't get to pick.
You have to spin a wheel or something.
And it just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a creature of habit, but I like to do both. I like to go to the same places that have a lot of meaning to me, but I also like to travel and try new places. So that's hard. I personally do a combo. I ski at the same places. I like places I'd like to visit up north, but I also like to travel to different locations. But I don't know if I want somebody to pick that out for me. I think I'd want to plan that.
I don't know. I'm probably more just give me a destination and I'll go. Just because I never really traveled much as a kid. I really never went anywhere. So now that I'm have the ability to do that, as much as I can or when I can, I try to go somewhere different every time just to experience things. There's so many places I want to see. So having just someone to pick a spot for you sounds kind of fun.
So you're going random, and
Yeah.
what are you taking?
I'm a little bit of both. I don't
You
know.
have to choose.
You have to
That's a
pick
would you
one. You
rather.
gotta
What do
pick
you
one.
choose?
I'm going random.
Same.
You're going random.
Same. Yeah.
All right.
Now, would you rather be able to fly or be able to breathe underwater?
Fly.
Fly, hands down.
Fly.
Yeah, fly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm scared of the abyss. I want to fly.
It's interesting though, like being able to breathe underwater. That'd also be cool. As much as
Yeah.
flying, that'd be cool. But I don't know. That's
I'm
a
afraid
tough
of the
one.
dark.
I don't know.
abyss that we get-
I don't know. I think I'd say fly though. I
Yeah.
think I would say fly.
Because then you can travel.
You can.
There you go.
Isn't there
Right.
a sound effect for that?
Where's the sound? Come on, producer.
Phineas, you can put one in. You can put one in if you want.
No, he's good. All right. Would you rather have to give up coffee or pizza for a year?
That's a good one.
God, that's tough. Because I did give up coffee when I was pregnant with all of my daughters, and that was tough. Pizza's so good. I could do the coffee, but I can't live without it. I don't think I can give it up.
So you give up the pizza?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I give up pizza as well. I think coffee's become such a part of my routine daily that like I need that cup of coffee in the morning, even though I don't think I need it. Like I think I need it. So yeah, I would definitely give up the pizza.
All right.
And would you rather have a temperature-controlled pool or live next to the ocean? So like you can
Oh.
change the temperature in the pool.
I want to live by the ocean. Ocean view, 100%.
Yeah, growing up in Westerly, like this area, yeah, I could never live. I don't think I could ever live inland. Like I don't think I could ever live away from the water. I think it's just I don't know, just something you grew up with.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd ever be away from the ocean, not be able to see the ocean. I think it'd be so weird. So yeah, we're fortunate, definitely fortunate
Yeah.
to have that ability. You know.
All right. All right. So now we're moving on to the game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but you have $15 to spend, and you have to do something. So this one is you have
God.
$15 to survive a 24-hour purge.
All right.
What like the purge?
Yeah,
Purge.
yeah, the purge.
The purge.
Oh boy.
So there's 4 categories: shelter, teammate, weapon, and who's chasing you. And then each one has a 5, 4, 3, and 2, and $1.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, I've never played this. Go
All
ahead.
right. So
All right.
first category is your shelter. So for $1, you get a doghouse. $2, you get a tree fort. $3, you get a suburban house. $4, you get a casino. And $5, you get a medieval castle.
But I only have $15.
You only
to
have
spend?
$15, like throughout the whole thing.
Oh Lord. Treehouse.
I don't know. Do you have this? I got to see this paper. I'm so strategic.
No, you
I
can't.
can't
see it.
remember
Here
what
we
are the
go.
categories again,
That's the
though.
point.
So it's shelter.
Shelter,
Teammate,
teammate, weapon, who's chasing you?
Okay.
man.
Treehouse. Tree fort. What was it? Treehouse? Tree fort?
Tree fort.
Yeah.
And it's the purge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is the? I've heard of the purge.
Like,
She's in a tree fort.
it's like a lawless night. Like you have to be secure. This is gonna. So we have. What's after the tree fort? What are the other two after the tree fort? A house.
So $3 is a suburban house.
Yeah.
$4 is a casino. $5 is a medieval castle.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else is coming. So I guess I might have to go with the tree house too. At least I'm in the air. I'm elevated.
Okay.
that's
They're
right.
both at $13. So I mean, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
So for
Okay.
your teammate, for $1 you have Slinky Dog from Toy Story. $2 you have Kramer from Seinfeld. $3 you have Scott Smilnich.
You can stop right there. Scott's my guy. Yep.
For $4 you have Maximus from Gladiator, and for
Oh.
$5 you have Tony Stark.
Oh. Scott. Smelling it.
Oh man, old Scotty. Scotty knows what he's doing. But I don't know, man. Tony Stark's hard to pass up in the
I know.
purge. You know. I guess I'll have to say I don't know what else is coming, so I guess I'll have to go with Mr. Smilinich. Mr. Smilinich is likely to throw me outside and sacrifice me to save himself.
That's true.
You know, I might have to go with Maximus. I might have to upspend a little bit there.
I think that's a good upset.
Yeah.
All right. Next one is your weapon. So for $1, you get a spoon. $2, you get a pickleball paddle. $3, you get a sword. $4, you get a rifle. And $5, you get a dual-wield lightsaber.
Like Darth Maul.
Rifle.
Yeah, I think I might have to go with that too in a purge situation. Yeah. I
Guys,
guess.
not spenders,
No.
but that sets
I don't
you
know
up pretty good.
what's coming at the end.
Because I'm waiting for the apocalypse to be
Okay.
the last category.
So you're at 10. So
Okay.
you can go 5.
Well, he's at 9.
I spent
He's
one
at
more
9.
extra dollar
so
with Maximus. Yeah,
I mean, you can both spend.
I'm
5,
leaving
so.
Mr. Smilinich at
All right.
home.
Who's chasing you?
Oh.
For $1, you have Superman. For $2, you have Darth Vader. For $3, you have the entire Seattle Seahawks 2016 Legion of Boom defense. For $4, you have prime 1980s Mike Tyson. And for $5, you have Bobby Boucher.
Gosh.
So the more you spend, the less.
The less dangerous
Yes,
it is.
I had enough money at the end, so obviously I'm getting chased by the water boy. I think I'm
Yeah.
going with that. Yeah.
Same. Agreed.
I spent my money wisely. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
Yep.
in-
I wouldn't want to
in
get
the
chased
tree-
by Superman either.
in the
No.
tree fort with Maximus and a rifle, getting chased by Bobby Boucher. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna work that one.
Yep. All right. So, Miss Daw, you are in a tree fort
Yep.
with Mr. Smilnich.
Yep.
With a rifle.
Yep.
Chased by Bobby Boucher.
Okay.
And Mr. McDonald is also in a tree fort with Maximus with a rifle getting chased by the water boy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. See, I would have gone like, I would have taken Tony Stark because
I
all the
feel like you
gadgets
kinda
he
have
has,
to.
we
I
could
feel
have
like
just
you
gone
kinda
right
have
into
to.
space. You know what I mean? We
True,
could've just-
true.
Yeah. Wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered who was chasing you. Might not have.
You know,
Well-
I feel like I would have gone. This is what I would have done: medieval castle, Tony Stark, going $10 off the rip. Because if I have Tony Stark as my teammate, what do I need for a weapon? You know.
Yeah. You're set.
So I'll go with a spoon.
You got the Iron Man suit, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll just take Prime Tyson as who's chasing me.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on. This was awesome.
Our pleasure.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Thank
anytime.
you. This
Work
was
you do.
fun.
Yeah.
So
This was a good time.
I'm glad you guys are doing this, and like I said, it just adds to everything great we're doing here at Stonington. So
I mean, you guys are the reason this is possible.
I know.
So.
yeah,
honestly.
and
That's
like I
fun.
said, and we appreciate you guys
Yeah.
as well. So just want you to know that this is great.
It's a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
So thank you for having us.
All right. Thanks, everybody.